So hello and welcome guys to the live trading session and welcome back. So today is 7th of October. So let's check out the news. As you can see, there is no red folder news. Yesterday there was a red folder news, in which case it has stopped me out. So I'll talk about that in a few minutes. And London will open in about 5 minutes. So yeah, let's jump right into the trade analysis. So if you, I'll just talk about it a little bit. The previous trade, what had happened. So what had actually happened was, if you had seen the video, this was the exact trade that I had taken, and I'm not removed it just to talk about it. So overall, if you see the full, uh, this what you say, this range, the market had came here. So I had marked out the equilibrium. This red line was the 50% trade. This I had talked about, but while I was inside the trade, had completely forgotten about it. So what I would have done was, here my stop loss would have been at break even. Okay, this is the mistake that I have made, and I'll hope I don't make the same mistake again, because technically after this range, overall, I had my main criteria was that the market has already shown a bearish momentum into the daily ABG. So I was making my not making as actually like my target or my drawn liquidity, which I was seeing at the time, was the pre new day open. Okay, as you can see, that had touched, but after breaking through the daily ABG. So if you had, it has just bottom ticked at, like top tick the new day open, which I had marked previously in the 1 minute time frame. If you can see, this was the exact, like, the new day open. So yeah, so what I would have done was, I could have just put my stop loss to break even. If you see here, the trade would be exactly 1:1. So this was the, like, I think so. There are many factors playing into the trade, as I was not focusing, or I had mentioned earlier in the video. If you see, I had mentioned that my bias or my overall target was here, new day open, but the I would like to see the market retrace back to the equilibrium. Then we can see some sort of a movement. But it happened like this and just ran through. If you can see the single 5 minute candle just ran through yesterday. So yeah, unfortunately I cannot do anything. I've already have my setup. I've tested it out in live market. I've tested it out in back testing, and it just this October month will be just me following exactly that. And I will, after the October month, I can see what results I am getting, and I'll act according to that. So now let's go on to today. So today we are currently inside the daily FBG. Let's see, I'll just make it a little bit smaller. And there are multiple 1 hour FBG. When I'd open the market was somewhere here, and I had put the three. That put only two 1 hour FBGs. My main point of interest as of this session. So after that, what had happened was, the market came through and it tapped the both the sorry, let me exit this. So it tapped out the both POI, the 1 hour POI, both of them. Only this 1 hour POI is remaining now. The thing that I would like to see is, we'd like to see some sort of a manipulation within this 1 hour FBG, if it is possible, or we can also see some displacement to the downside. Just if it breaks through this, most likely we will not see any trade. But keeping that in mind, we can also see some sort of a bullish arrangement, as London will open in 2 minutes. So this has already been swept, this low, which is inside the daily FBG and also the 1 hour FBG. So if I just mark it out and go to the lower time frame, so I'll remove this. This is the right now. This is this range, the morning range, Asian session. This is the overall draw, if you can call it that. So I'll just mark the Asian high. So yeah, that's the bias overall outlook. So as you know, I don't set a fixed bias that I need to follow every day, but it is like not 50-50. If I am in a 50-50 sense, that the like the I'm 50% bullish, 50% bearish, then that day I don't think so I trade. Like, yeah, that's just it. Before also I used to trade with just the, what you say, daily bias and all that, but seems to be a little bit problem. So now I've sorted it out. Let's see what happens. We can also see some sort of a manipulation to the either. See, basically, I would like to see some sort of a manipulation to the either of the side and change in the state. then we can look for a entry after we get the confluences in align, because now we are also in the 50% range of this overall move. If we I have marked out this overall move and this is the 50% range. Now what it had done is it took the 50% range, it took the nearest liquidity. Now either it can just rise through here without giving us an entry, or it can manipulate here then give us an entry. Then the third scenario would be it just breaks through this and it breaks through the 1 hour ABG going into this next 1 hour uh, drawn liquidity. But if the market does break through this, then most likely it will be heading towards the downside to take all this liquidity present lower. Okay, now I don't think so after this 50% area it is the best. Like if it's consolidating, that means it is getting the best price for the market to run. So let's see what happens. I would like to see some sort of a manipulation to either of the side, then we can see some sort of a entry coming through. So yeah, London has just opened. I'll just set my chart accordingly. So yeah, that's it for the explanation. If I do enter a trade, I will update the video. According to that, I've explained everything, whatever I wanted to see. Let me just make this clear. Okay. 1 hour is looking kind of bearish. There is has been a candle that has been formed in the 15-minute time frame, which are okay. 1 hour candle. Okay, there is a new 1 hour bearish FBG formed here. This is the new bearish. Let's mark it out. 1 hour. Okay. Okay. So this is the 1 hour. Let me check it here. Okay, this is the new 1 hour FBG. Sorry, not FBG. Yeah, sorry, it is FBG, bearish FBG. Let's see what happens. I will act according to the market, whatever it shows me. There is also a 15-minute FBG present inside. Let's see how it acts according to that. Just quickly mark that also. 15.15. So now I think so I'll do something like whenever I'm marking the FBG, I'll just mark the color also so I can see which is the bearish FBG or bullish FBG. So yeah, that's it, and I'll update the trade as it goes on. If I do get any entry, see I don't have any fixed bias. If I do get a manipulation to either of the side, I would like to enter on a 1% risk. And as I said in the previous video, yesterday's video, that this October month, whichever trade I'm going to take, each will be risking 1%. So I can see at the end of the month how much percentage am I making. Like, are the results coming together? If you see my journal, quickly let me open my journal. So if you see here, okay. So if you see the month of September, see September starts here. So here if you see 2, 2.5, 5.5, so let's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 break even. Let's see, we lose 1 hour, so 8 hour, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 1 hour, 10 hour, 14 hour, 15, 16 hour, minus 1, 50. So if I'm risking 1%, I have made around 15%. That's a huge percent. Okay, now I want to see that whether this accumulates in my original or how much does it accumulate. If it even if half of that accumulates, even if I make 7%, half of the 15%, that's also a huge deal. Okay, so I'll quickly get back to the chart. As you can see, the London Asian low is going to get taken. So I'll update the video as it goes on. I'll just keep it running, I think so. Let's see what happens. Close the video here. There are too many FBGs. Okay, Asian low got taken. You do see some sort of a displacement to the downside, which is very unlikely as the market is consolidating within the 50% range of the overall market. We can see some sort of a movement to the upside. Let's see what happens. There are some noise coming from the background. I don't think so you can hear. Like some sort of a change in the state. Okay, let's see some momentum. This would likely to be my change in the state. If we do get, it can also break through this. If it breaks through this, then most likely we will be heading to the New York low, which is somewhere around here. Let's see which is the New York low. Yes, so this is the New York low. I'll just mark it out. It seems like it is breaking through the downside, heading to the liquidity. And I think so some news are also coming into play because the US shut down, then gold is in all-time high, Bitcoin is in all-time high, USD price is falling. No, sorry, USD price is rising. See, the case I had understood yesterday was which soft asset like USD, which can determine the price of the overall like gold buying and BTC buying. So I'll not talk more about that because I have very little knowledge in all that. Let's see what happens here. 1 hour candle is full bearish. Okay, it has broken through that Asian liquidity. Yesterday there was no news also. Like the moment came unexpectedly. Yesterday's trade, if you see here, shown in the journal, like it was unnecessary. I don't know how that same exact time the market just shut down to the downside. See here, you see this trade yesterday's sudden this. Just show it once. You see yesterday's trade. See, like there was no news. So this much volume at a single time, and the 5 minute candle, if you see here, one candle just broke through the entire daily FBG. Like that was kind of unnecessary, if you ask me. How that happens, I don't know. Yeah, just cancel it. I forgot to mention that. Let's take me that 1 - R -1 because I'm starting to what? Okay, so it is not actually. Okay. I'll just write it later because it doesn't seems to give me a manipulation leg, which is concerning. But for me to consider a sell trade, I'll need to wait a lot of while because if it breaks through this, then it has to come back, sort of generate internal buy side liquidity, take that buy side liquidity, then give us a change in the state, then we can see sort of a entry. Otherwise, there will be no entry. So I think so I'll pause the video here because it will be boring just seeing this, and I need to say some things also after the trade has happened. So there seems to be an opportunity here. As you can see, this would like to be the change in the state after the external liquidity gets taken. If we do get to see a displacement to the upside, I will most likely enter the trade. This can also be a pullback because technically I'm trading for a reversal. So this can also be just a pull back to the equilibrium and just come down. So that's why I'll need to see some sort of a reaction to the upside. Now, thing to be considered is this 1 hour FBG, everything here, everything got trend to the downside, which doesn't give it much hope for a solid or exact retracement to the upside. Okay, that's why I need to be a little bit careful before I enter the trade. Because this 1 hour, 15 minute, both 15-minute FBG has been respected, and the 1 hour FBG has just been ran through. This is only this 1 hour FBG is kind of rejecting. So yeah, let's see what happens. Just close this candle, it's distracting. Now, if you do see some sort of manipulation, which I was hoping for, then let's see, we can kind of see. Green has closed bearish. The rejection Asian is overtaken. A single 15-minute candle, Asian and New York, previous New York low overtaken. See here. So this is kind of this 50-50 range. I was hoping that we can see some sort of a retracement from here, but we didn't see that. 50% is there. Let me mark the 71% range also. So 7-1. Where is the 7-1? The 7-1 is here. The exactly the 1 hour FBG. If it comes to this range, there is no point of reversal. Most likely it will come break through this and take this liquidities. If not, we can see some sort of a reversal coming through. Let's see what happens here. We didn't get a manipulation, which is a little bit concerning. We did get a external sweep, internal sweep. Let's see. Okay, we are seeing displacement nicely. I would like to enter if you do. Okay, displacement 1 minute close. Sit close. Okay, we did get close. I have added my position. We do get a retracement. I will add my second position. Let's see what happens. I have added my position. Is it recording? Yes, is it recording? This 5 minute FBG. Close above that, then I will add my second position. I have technically added my position very high here. So if it does retrace, I will most likely close it in a loss. My stop loss is just below here. So that's a bit concerning. Let's see what happens. So I'll update the video as it trade as it goes on. Let's see what happens. So yeah, quick update, and I did get stopped out. So I think so. The main mistake I had made was jumping onto the trade too early. I have written down here also early entry. I should have waited for manipulation after so many mistakes that I have been making here. No manipulation or the loss. So I should have done better, and but I didn't do that. I'll try to focus on my mistake and making it trying to do better. So yeah, that's it for this video. I've explained everything whatever I wanted to do according to the market, and I did that, and it turned out to be a loss. So yeah, that's it for this video. It originally rejected this 5 minute FBG, which if it would have closed above, then I would have added my second position, which would have confirmed my draw on liquidity to be this 15-minute FBG, but which it didn't. So yeah, that's it for this video. Whatever happens after this trade, I will tomorrow most likely I'm not going to be taking any trades for this whole week. If you see here, okay, tomorrow I don't think so. I'm going to be taking minutes, and then unemployment claims, then again unemployment rate and NFE. So yeah, let's see. So I think so I'm done for the week overall. Kind of expected it, to be fair, because I have done backtesting, but not a lot of that which I was expecting to be like the result I was expecting. I think so I have expected it too much result according to what I had done. So yeah, that's it for this video. Bye bye. Take care.